This is your weekend market recap for Sunday, October 1st, 2023. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max, ADXP Realty, aka The Trade Net, and this is your daily market review, weekend review for Sunday, October 1st, 2023. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. A lot to talk about as we get into this week. You have jobs numbers on Friday, you have OPEC Wednesday, you have a plethora of data this week, and it's new money, new month. It is October. Scary time, potentially. Again, futures are up because supposedly they're going to kick the can down the road 45 days, and we're going to be having the same battle here about a budget. And this thing is probably going to get ugly. So if you're new to the channel, want to join the Discord room, link in the description below. New to the YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm telling you, get alerts of these live chats. And you have the Back to Basics videos. They're also on my website, thetradingagent.com. Here they are, Back to Basics for more beginner to advanced, top to bottom. Also, too, Marcus account, if you want that I think it's 5.4%. Isn't it 5.4%? They bumped it up, I thought, from 5.3 for a promotion rate. But every time you share it, someone joins, you get the promotion rate. I love the app. I think it's sweet. If you're also looking to get away from, say, Schwab or some of these other brokerages that are scarier than crap, there's a link for Interactive Brokers. I've never had a problem with them, never seen anything about what they're up to other than that just they're a brokerage trying to take your money like every other one, but they don't have solvency issues. Also follow on Twitter. Is that Twitter? Always here to help. And again, reach out when in doubt. All right, Fed Watch tool, what's coming up in November? Pause. Not surprised, but not pivot. Bitcoin holding up pretty well, getting back up into this 28,000. You know, it's interesting because you got like a head and shoulder top with a him and hers top, and then you're bouncing again. It's all over the place. Just be careful. The oil, as we talked about, hitting areas that probably reject. Man, 95 basically to a T. I think it's toast. Now, could it be choppy in front of OPEC? Absolutely. So give yourself time. Give yourself time if you have shorts on, and again, trade around your positions. Like it's not going to go in a straight line move down yet, in my opinion. Nat gas all over the place. I don't even know why I talk about it, but at this point, it's a dead money. The dollar, 11 straight weeks of up. Man, it's tough. I mean, there's just a lot going on in the world, and you remember debt destruction. What do you want? Dollars? You want yuan? You want euros? You want lira? What do you want? It's like, the worst turd out there. And so people are the dollar is a polished turd that people are sticking to. Bonds, a lot of people saying this might be the time to buy it. We definitely have the volume down here. Definitely think there's a bounce. However, I don't know if now is the time to buy bonds for the long run, buy and hold. I'd be looking for a bounce, a chop, and then maybe a time to buy it. But again, could I be wrong? Absolutely. But we know tops and bottoms are pretty choppy with bonds. I've seen it before. Seen it many a times, bounce back. Here's multiple chop tops. Could it be a while? That's the question. Is it the best trade out there? If you want to protect your money potentially with stops, you're not probably going to lose a ton if you're wrong. It's easy to find your risk, but is it going to move and be the best trade? That's kind of what we're looking for. The best trades. The VIX. Not surprised. Hit the 200-day. Not 200. Hit the channel. Backed off at the 200-day. We'll see what happens. VIX showed for sure, once we said, filled the gap. Now it's backing off. Some support. We'll see what happens here. Again, I'm expecting volatility to pick up. SPY. People are saying that was the bottom. And I'm like, man, it might be a temporary short-term bottom. I mean, we're just basically getting back into this box. Is that really, you know what I mean, after dropping from 450 down to 420s, and then you rally back 10, 15 points potentially, or you never know. I mean, we're gapping, the futures are up, but you could wake up tomorrow and they're down. You never know. QQQQQ. Same kind of thing. Makes new lows, bounces back to the 100-day. Could it fill this gap? I don't know. If it's a professional gap, it probably won't, but it could try. IWM, we talked about how the IWM leads, it's been acting like poo-poo platter, makes new lows, coming back down into major lows, not seen since 2020 dose. Do you trust it? Okay, we'll see. Dia, having some issues, right? Having some issues, right? We talked about it. Okay. Gold, again, I get trolled by a ton of people, and I just told him, like, please wait till the Feds pivot. But I gotta buy gold. As your resident gold expert, wait for the Fed pivot. Now, we talked about this weekend the monthly. Oh, I mean, there is a trend line. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't share this. Down in this 160s. But do we expect to be quiet and easy? No. So I would just keep an eye on it. I mean, I think we got lower to go. And I've warned people, leave this shit alone. Leave the miners alone. They get crushed. Nope, people want to pick up a penny in front of a steamroller. Look at silver. Gaps up, kapow. How far? I mean, this thing. So, and again, all these things, if you've previous blowouts in the market, these things aren't safe. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't come back down to like this old trend line down here, multiple 15 area. GDX, we talked about miners being cooked. Oh, that's the monthly. My bad. Oh, okay. Well, again, now could they chop around? Like someone says, like if it's up tomorrow, someone's gonna be like, "You were wrong." It's like, okay, they're making lower lows, lower highs. We told you to get out up here. No. Okay, all right, whatever. Don't even argue with these people. AG, we talked about it being oversold, getting down to like actually the monthly trend line. Not surprised it bounced, but again, if credit is the problem, credit issues, these things could get throttled. AEM, we talked about it again. All these names look like poop. Newmont hits the 20-day, right? Sorry, no, 50-day in this box. My bad. I'm just trying to remember what it was. It was not the 20. 50, said maybe the 100-day. Couldn't get there. Makes new lows. Things that aren't bullish. But now, again, they've gone from up to pile down. Could there be a reprieve? I mean, could the dollar take a break? Maybe. We will see, right? Never know. Let's get into tech. Taiwan Semi. Makes new lows, bounces back. Nothing much to say. It looks like crap. Micron earnings are absolute disaster, in my opinion. Gaps down, rallies back. Somebody, I think it was Harry's talking about, shorting up here in the 68 range. Makes sense to me, my friend. I mean, if it got back up to 70s, I don't know why you just do it again. I mean, it looks like a choppy, sloppy mess, but this feels like a trap for bulls. Adobe hold support. Again, we talked about it being done with earnings. It's just a matter of time, not if, when these get crushed. Apple goes from, I don't know, pops up really quickly up to 180, drops down to 167. I still think it's going to get to 200-day. I mean, this trend line this is not real. I don't know why. I mean, the trend has broken. Next stop. I mean, here it is. You're welcome. I wouldn't be surprised if we break the 200-day like we broke the 100-day, then we rally again. It's going to be, again, I hope it turns into a straight line move because this is the lower high, but don't be surprised when you get some of these 2 or 3 day reprieves, maybe even a week. Amazon, we told you, cooked. Goodbye. Professional gap. Goodbye. CRM, again, gaps up on earnings. We told you it was a problem. Look at the action. Goodbye. Makes a new low, but it bounces back. Okay. Again, every day. If you think you can predict every candle perfectly, you crazy. Guggenheim bounces back to the 20-day. Remember, the first dip gets bought. This is interesting. Garrett hits the channel high, backs off, hits the old channel. Uh-oh. Keep an eye on it. Like, again, I'm putting that Googie on the short list hard there because that, again, the lower high, give me that. Meta, if you shorted this on Friday, looking pretty good. Pretty wide and loose. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say like we nailed this. No, I mean, we took some shorts, covered some, and then rallied back, and it's like, man, it got back up there. Okay. I mean, Meta should be on your list with tight stops, right? I hope so. People understand. Microsoft, this thing's been toast. We called the top. We said the day that they announced subscription model, bang. Retest the lows. I mean, it's possible for it to bounce around. I mean, it's not like strong. NDAQ breaks the channel or the trend. Adios, amigos. MicroStrategy, same kind of thing. Look what's happening here, folks. Coming back down to the range lows. Netflix, if you shorted this in the 450 range, you are loving it. Now down to the 200-day. I mean, is it going to rally that strong? I don't know. This is kind of one of those stocks that it could get just beaten till the end of the year. I mean, I don't know why anyone would buy it now. I mean, the momentum is lost. Roblox, talk about this thing being just all over the place, getting beaten. Man, that's a nice rally back. But look where it's at. I mean, I always thought we might get the 50-day. Maybe it turns into like a megaphone where it gets wider highs, wider lows. Keep that in mind. Tesla, you're welcome. You know, we talked about shorting this where? Up here, you did. High five to you. Look at that. That was a gift. Professional gap. Now at holding the 100-day. It's just, I feel like it's just a matter of if, not when it breaks. I don't know why I missed some of the semis, but we'll get through AMD, right? we talked about breaking 200-day, bounces back, gets an upgrade. Watch the 20-day. NVIDIA, yeah, I mean, it oversold, right? It goes from 500 down to 410. Watch the 20, 50-day cross. Looks pretty simple to me. Intel, we told you, get out at 40. Drops, chopping around. Blah. SMH, right? I mean, okay, holds trend. 20, 100-day cross. I mean, these look really simple for shorts. Just define your risk. Letter X, we've talked about this getting bought out. I mean, it's holding up pretty well. Nucor, now this was a short again. Talked about this on Friday. Watch the trend line in 20 days. Ka-toon. Things look like they're going lower. Caterpillar, I know this has been frustrating, but what do we say? Watch the 20-day. Doink. I mean, that candle just said goodbye. We'll see if it, we'll see how tomorrow turns with the futures. VALE. Again, I mean, you could trade these. We talked about it, but it's like, do you really want to go long? I get people who are just like super like emotional about like, this is the long-term bottom. These prices are so cheap. And I'm like, no, they're not cheap. You have not seen an extreme. You have not seen the VIX in the 50 plus. You have not seen extreme action. Get out of here. Arrow, talked about this, probably could get pounded. CCJ, finally starting to get a little choppy up here. This looks like the top. Now, again, short, define your risk. I mean, is there a buyout target? I don't know, but that is clearly a topping short-term top mechanism. Now, again, does it have to dump? No, but could it be just like a chop drop? Maybe, but it looks toast to me. Everyone's been trying to hide in uranium, just like they tried to hide in oil. Ag names, some bouncy bounces. Not surprised. We mean, again, we'll be looking at these when the market just throws out the baby with the bathwater. NTR, same thing. AA, Sam, if you're listening, I know you bought this. If you did, congrats. Again, is it just the best trade? I mean, it's just, this is what's so hard. If you want to go long names, you go right ahead. But I don't want to be responsible for your pain and frustration if it didn't work out. And so I'm glad it works out, but whatever. XLF, we talked about financials look ugly, right? Not good. JP Morgan, not good, right? Bouncing, chopping around. I mean, once it breaks, it could get cooked. But they might hold up into earnings. Just keep that in mind. Morgan Stanley, holding on to dear life. We talked about it 200-day. Look at that, 5 days, and then poof. Now 5 days chop, and then, I don't know, Goldman Sachs back at the channel low. Good. Keep an eye on this stuff. KRE, it went from, 50 down to 40 pretty quick. Okay. Does it need a little baby bounce? I mean, 20, 100-day, all this stuff makes sense. XBI, which got pounded, right? It just, due to bounce, like, look, it goes from 81 down to 72, back at range lows, little bounce. I mean, keep an eye on this stuff. It doesn't look good. HYG, as we talked about, corporate debt, not so hot right now. Breaking channels, but choppy all over. Solar. I mean, if you shorted this stuff like we talked about, you're absolutely crushing it. We said once it failed, this 55, 56, goodbye. Sedge. Okay, good. I mean, it's like taking the steps down. It's pretty nice. ENPH, CEO buys some shares. We've seen this. CEO tries to promote the stock by buying a minimal amount of shares when he dumped up here. Try to get people to look the other way. Okay. First Solar. Yeah. I mean, it's over. It's just, again, will it be a straight line? That's what you got to ask yourself. And it's probably not. Throw Moderna in there because it's interesting. It's like, man, this thing is choppy. It's like, man, really was hoping it would hold here. It went lower, higher low. Again, COVID. Is COVID coming back? That's how I feel like they're going to try to kill oil. Oil, again, if you shorted USO in the like 82, 83 range, you're looking pretty good. Even if you got 81, 80, I think you're looking all right. This looks like a novice gap trap top. We talked about intraday. If you look at some of the formations, like there was some definitely distribution. UNG, I can't even see it. It's going nowhere. XOP, if you shorted this in 154, we talked about it dropping down, holding support, rally back stronger than I thought, but now it's kind of looking like a little head and shoulders here, y'all. Little island floating reversal. Keep an eye on that. Right? ExxonMobil, if you shorted this one, 117 plus, you got that trap on Friday or Wednesday, and look at that. Novice gap. Keep an eye on it. Fills the gap. We'll see if this holds up. I mean, again, this will be very telling if this stuff holds up. Oxy, same thing. Lower highs with a gap. Gap trap. We'll see. MPC been frustrating. Choppy top. I mean, not surprised, but 20-day. Uh-oh. PXD, nice little bounce, right? 220 up to the 20-day. It looks like it's toast. EQT holding up after, going from 44 down to 38. Okay. Testing this gap. I mean, this stuff all looks like crap. Flex LNG, I like this name long-term with the dividend, but we got to wait. We got to let the market play out. So if you have any questions, about the markets, please reach out. If you need, use the Calendly link below. 30 minutes. Interactive brokers, if you have any questions about your brokerage, because some of these are going to be bellying up. If you want the 5.4% interest rate, Marcus account, I think it's Chrome. If you have any questions, again, please reach out. I appreciate all the love, support, and the generous donations. You guys are the best. If you want to donate, links in the description below. I do all this for free, hoping to keep your tuition low. If you want to buy me a beer, I don't care. I'll appreciate it. Again, when the people start donating, it makes me pay attention to their well-being. I care just by naturally, but if you start really investing in me, now you're basically I want to invest back in you. I appreciate it. It really does. It means a lot to me and my family because, again, I do this for free. I don't expect it, but if you want to help out, that is tight. I love it. Got any questions about real estate too? Real estate, oof. Do not be scared to reach out. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.